Hello there, Minecraft fans. This is Uncle Troy. Today we are again playing with the Minecraft Beta 1.8 pre-release, and we are still freezing up, locking up, crashing, whatever you want to call it. We are still doing a lot of that. I don't have to be anywhere near a furnace. I don't even have to think about a furnace anymore, and we crash. Apparently, anything causes you to crash. I'm about to get offended, because I thought, okay, I'd figured out what causes it to crash. It's the furnaces. Just stay away from the furnaces. You won't crash. So, well, as you can see how well that's doing. I barely got in this cave, and all of a sudden I'm stuck. But luckily, it's apparently saving the game fairly often. Uh, it seems I only lose the last second or two when I come back. I don't know if the game is saving every second or so, or if maybe when it does lock up, the game automatically does some kind of emergency save thing. But regardless, I'm not losing too much progress, except in one case, which I'll tell you about here in a minute. Okay, well, we're lucky. We have now encountered our first Enderman. And the Endermen apparently make zombie noises here in this pre-release version. I decided to go ahead and grab some iron while I was at it, before I take on the Enderman. The Enderman making zombie noises, I'm sure, is just a placeholder. It's just something Jeb's put in there, just until he comes up with the actual sounds. Did I have some cobble? Yes, I did. Let's move things around here. I'm sure that C418 or whoever's doing the sounds for the mobs will come up with a much better Enderman sound. My suggestion has been, don't look them directly in the eye. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. My suggestion has been that the Enderman whisper. Just, I don't know how well it's going to come across the microphone. But basically, if you hear the Enderman whispering off in the distance, and then when you get close and look at them, they stop whispering. And then I don't know if you need to scream or something when they come at you to attack, or if they're just still quiet. But I thought Endermen should whisper when they're just working, like they're talking amongst themselves. And but the zombie noises, okay. I'm about to say the zombie noises aren't scary, but the zombie noises have kind of made me scared of zombies again, because now I don't know if they're a zombie or if they're an Enderman. Incidentally, I'm not going to comment on every crash and lockup. I'm just going to fade on to the next segment and be done with it. Okay, I thought I'd pick the branch of the cave that went the furthest, but apparently I didn't. So now I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to mine up a little more iron here and start making me some iron tools. My stone pickaxe is starting to wear out, and I'd like to replace it with an iron one. Ideally, I'd like to replace it with a diamond one, but you need iron to mine diamond. Now, I did not bring my furnaces with me from the surface because I did not want any furnace on me. I figured, why tempt Minecraft to crash, because of I had a furnace with me. Wasn't even thinking about furnaces. And I think I made a mistake here. I put the iron in the furnace before I put the coal in, remembering that it would crash the second I started. We'll come back to that here in a minute. But I figured, okay, I'll need a little extra cobblestone as I'm, in case I have to dig or pillar my way out of a bad situation or block myself up. So I take out the rest of my stone pick by digging. Okay, let's see. I've got a little extra leather armor that I made on the surface. I think it's time to put it on and just throw away the old stuff here. I prefer iron armor to leather armor unless I have a mob trap. set up where I can capture cows, because then I can just recycle the leather armor constantly. Alright, the rumor was that if you are wearing a pumpkin on your head, the Endermen can't see your eyes, and so the Endermen don't know that you are looking directly at them. So it is safe to approach the Enderman when you are wearing a pumpkin on your head. And I don't know if that's true or not, because I've not, what's the word I'm looking for? I have not been brave enough, that's the word I'll use, to look at an Enderman directly without wearing a pumpkin on my head. I've seen some other videos where it seems that the Endermen don't always notice that you're looking at them. Notice that I still have a lot of iron which didn't get smelted, and in a section which didn't record apparently, I came back to my furnace and saw that it had quit smelting, and apparently because it had ran out of fuel. Now I know I put something like 40 pieces of coal in there, but apparently that 40 pieces of coal all disappeared. Hello, Enderman. Now we have 3 of them, so they are multiplying or something, and I'm still too scared to look directly at them. But apparently I lost all my coal when there was that crash earlier, and apparently I did not record when I discovered that, which is pretty good, because you probably wouldn't want to heard the comments I made when I discovered that. Probably would not be appropriate for such young ears as my viewers are. Alright, so I see we've got some open area down there, which will probably mean good caving. Note, by the way, I've now made me a diamond sword and a diamond pickaxe. Correction, a steel sword and a steel pickaxe. Or iron, or whatever they call it. And I've dropped my stone. I've still got my stone shovel and some other things. I was hoping that if I dug down right, I would come to a new open area, and I did. Looks like we have some water and some openings to explore. I really like this new lighting, and I hope it comes out on YouTube as nice as it is here on my screen. Of course, I know YouTube will look darker or something. I'm not sure exactly why. But apparently I don't have my settings right or something. And once I finalize exactly which video capture software I'm going to use, well, it looks like we've reached the end here. Once I finalize exactly which video capture software I'm going to use on a permanent basis, and which video editing software I'm going to use on a permanent basis, I will ask for opinions and help. But right now I'm going to make a bucket. No, right now, just about every recording session, I'm changing something. Changing settings, changing which version of which video capture software I use, which version of which editing software I use. I'm basically trying out anything I can for free that has a trial version, evaluation version, whatever. And that looks like light down there. But I don't want to start asking for opinions and getting feedback and everything from people, and then, you know, not end up going with that particular software for some reason or another, which is why I'm kind of cagey about exactly what I'm using at any particular time. I don't want to, what's the word, give an endorsement, basically. Ooh, we have lava. And that looks like a wood pillar down there, which means I have broken into somebody else's abandoned mineshaft. Anyway, I don't want to give an endorsement to a product that I may ultimately decide is crap and doesn't need, you know, your business. Plus, I am fairly scatterbrained, and by the time I start recording the commentary to go along with the video, I perhaps have forgotten which video software I use to record it. And it's quite possible while I'm in the middle of editing something that I have forgotten what software package I was using to edit. So, and no, I'm actually a fairly intelligent person, fairly well put together. But when you're recording these things after a 12-hour shift, all my brains have been used up for the day, basically. I love my job, I get a lot of satisfaction out of it, but it is very tiring sometimes. And we'll talk about that more at another date. But right now we have to very carefully ease our way down here into this mine shaft to see what kind of goodies we can find. I like that the mine shafts have wood pillars, because that means if you're like completely out of wood, you've run out of tools or whatever, you can just whip out your handy dandy stone axe here, and you can get wood from the pillars. Okay, let's add placing torches to the list of things which cause Minecraft to crash. I really, 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 really hope that this is simply a... Oh good, we got some more coal. That this is a symptom of the pre-release version. That there's a memory leak or something, and that this... If this is in any way indicative of how the 1.8 release version is going to be, this is going to suck. Suck with a capital UCK. Because I'm pretty sure that, see, I'm not even surprised when the furnace locks up anymore. I just reload and go on with my life. I'm pretty sure some problems we've had with the server, multiplayer server I play on, has been because my system has crashed in the middle of playing and left the server in my save state, my game state on the server in a kind of indeterminate condition, and when it tries to load back up, it locks up the server. Now, it's possible Minecraft is doing it. My Minecraft is locking up at an odd time, and it's also possible that my ISP, my cable internet provider, it's also possible that they keep dropping my connection for very short periods of time. You can barely notice it when you're surfing the web or uploading a file or whatever. Hey, a chest underwater. We need to check that out. But when you're playing an online game, losing connection doesn't just mean a little lag. It means, oh, well, we've got to reconnect to the server, and the server doesn't like you dropping the connection unintentionally. Bleh. So it sucks. And let's go up the stream here, and yes, I knew there was a water source up here somewhere. Be careful not to be washed out, because that's lava over there. Let's see. Nothing over here. Let's see what's in our chest down here. And you can't tell there because, ooh, good, more coal. Diamond. My first diamond in this game. Melon seeds and iron ingots. Oh, don't know if you can tell there, but I forgot to get a real good shot of it. But the chest now, the chests open up when you open them. All right, the lid of the chest swings upward when you open them, I guess is how we should explain that. And, oops. Now, ask me why I keep digging this coal even though I know it's falling down and I can't reach it. And you can ask me, I can't answer that because I do not know why suddenly it just occurred to me, while I'm digging all this coal, hey, you can't reach it. But either that's an underground lava pool or we have reached lava level. And now would be a bad time for the game to lock up and for me to worry that I was about to fall into lava. I did not fall into lava. I was very worried there for a second because I had just started moving toward the lava when the game locked up on me. But luckily I came back exactly where I was and immediately forgot which direction I'd come from. And I'm like, ooh, iron. Well, I'll get this iron, then I'll head right back to the furnace. It's probably finished smelting the other iron by now. And I need to... hello. Oh, I'm out of room again. Let's see. Now I'll keep this one mushroom in case I find others, but I'll get rid of that those tree saplings. I prefer the birch saplings. All right, did I come from over here? Did I come from over here? Where did I come from? Well, while I'm trying to decide which direction to go, I'll just mine some more coal. And yes, all the time I'm getting more and more lost. In caves, I'm not too bad because generally you only have a direction or two to go at a time. But in these abandoned mine shafts, it's like 4x4. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Every intersection gives you 4 directions to go. And then you take a few steps and you got 4 more directions to go. And by the time you get to a dead end or whatever, you have passed several junctions, choices of whether to go left, right, straight, up, down. And so by the time you get there, you have completely forgotten where you came from, where you're going, and more importantly, where my furnace was. Because the whole reason I took off walking around was I figured if I'm not standing right by the furnace, I won't be tempted to keep peeking at it and looking to see, is my iron done yet? And if I don't quit peeking at it, then maybe, it won't crash. Now, at this point, I thought I'd found an Enderman, but it turned out to just be a plain old zombie. And I figured, well, let's see if we can't take out ye old zombie. But turns out he can barely reach me. So it's a simple matter of standing here and smacking him. And he's dropped experience orbs and rotted flesh. Now, time for an experiment. I'm down about 1 on my health bar, so if I eat some rotten flesh, I go back up to full health bar, but hunger bar. I keep saying health bar. But I have gone back to full hunger bar, but now my hunger bar is green, and it's going down. So I'm wondering what actually would have happened there. No, I'm sorry. What would have happened there had I actually not had all my hearts? Oh, stuck in a cobweb. Okay. Would the zombie meat, which had brought me up to full hunger bar, would that have allowed me to regain hearts in my health bar, even if, I wouldn't, as you can see, I'm back down to about the point I was before I ate the zombie meat on my hunger bar. So I'm wondering, would that have been just a temporary boost to my hunger bar, which would have allowed me to regain some hearts, and I would just have to keep eating zombie meat over and over to keep it keep the hunger bar at that level. There are too many bars now. I've just decided that. So if that's the case, then you still need to bring outside food, because the zombie meat obviously doesn't satiate your hunger. It just it fills your stomach for a few minutes. So you could regain some hearts, but you would immediately start losing hearts again as soon as the zombie meat wore off, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it's a good thing I have a good supply of beef and pork and chicken, and I am hopelessly lost. Are you hopelessly lost? I'm hopelessly stupid cobwebs. So if you're hopelessly lost, why not just gather some more iron? I don't know why I'm doing this. But apparently I've got mail now. I'll have to check that here in a minute. It is probably Google again. I took advantage of a free one-time offer to do some Google advertising, and they can't get it through their heads that I don't want to continue Google advertising for the rest of my life. So it is not necessary to send me an email every day saying, hey, your advertising budget has about run out. You need to add more money. Obviously, I'm not supposed to be down here. That said, I have been a member. This is where I came in, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, this is where I came in, went down there. So if I go over here, I will crash. No, over here should be my, if I can remember which direction I was turning. Over here, yes, here is my furnace, and I should have, come on, yes, okay. And I have quite a bit of iron. I could probably make some iron armor if I needed to. Let's see, this time we will add our coal. We will take a step back, give the game time to save, and then we'll add our iron we want smelted. Okay, I decided to take mercy on you and cut out the part where I wandered off while I was waiting for the iron to smelt and got lost again. While I was off, I did cut through some cobwebs and got 3 pieces of string. Apparently every cobweb you cut down, it needed a sword, or at least I only tried it with a sword because I'd seen it on a Let's Play doing one of Vex's survival maps, that you needed a sword to cut through cobwebs. But that did give me enough string to make a bow, and luckily I already had on hand enough flint to make a few arrows and a few feathers from the chickens above to make a few arrows. And that kind of concerns me because one of my sources of arrows in the old version, as I like to call it, 1.7 and earlier, was that, little lag there, was that I could kill zombies to get feathers. I could kill, actually kill, but I could dig up gravel to get flint, and I could also make my own trees by planting saplings in the ground, hitting them with bone meal, even if I was way underground. And that way I could have an endless supply of arrows while underground. But now, unless I find a skeleton spawner, I'm stuck without an infinite supply of arrows. And I was so busy talking about all that I failed to realize that I had just picked up my first gold in the 1.8 game. So now I've found iron, gold. I found a diamond in a chest. I don't think that really... there's a nice spooky... I hope you can see that in the distance. Kind of a spooky mood lighting in the distance. I don't know if that's part of the rendering distance or... No, I think I'm on the maximum render distance far. So that's not because of, I'm hitting game fog or anything. But that just seems to be a spooky cave effect. So it looks like we are at the lava level, because that's a crap load of lava just for a... I think I see something interesting over there. But that's a crap load of lava for just an underground lake or something. So I think I am down near bedrock level. And that's what I thought. There are diamonds down here. Or at least one. There's that shushing noise that I miss from the multiplayer. I hope for 1.8 the multiplayer will have the shushing noise. Alrighty, here, let's just clear out a little more lava and we'll safely... And that's item number 27 that causes Minecraft to crash, pouring water on lava, and poof. There we go, my very first diamond by mining in 1.8. I'm happy. Okay, it looks like this goes on for a while. And I think I've made a very long episode as it is. So I need to go ahead and wrap this up. I need to say hello to my 2 latest subscribers. They are Epic X Diff Y, and I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. Forphuksake, maybe. All I know is apparently it's against the law to have a username that Troy can easily pronounce. I'm sure somebody named Bob or Bill or whatever, if they want to subscribe to my channel, YouTube will say, nope, you can't do it. Alrighty then. I think that's enough rambling for today. This is Uncle Troy signing off. Please have a good night.